great school. You're getting your master's. We're so proud. We're so proud of your graduation. Oh my gosh.
You're getting your master's. And I'm not encouraging anyone else to do this. This is my own experience, so I'm not saying go ahead and drop out of school, but this is what I decided to do. Hey, it's Shay here, and welcome back to my channel. And of course, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. And as you can tell from the title of this video, I'll be sharing with you guys my recent experience of dropping out of grad school. I know. So I started in September 2018, and this was a 2-year program, and I was scheduled to graduate in May 2020, which is 5 months from now. But I decided that the program wasn't for me and that it was time for me to leave. So I started feeling this way after my first year finished. I got great grades, pretty much straight A's. So the program wasn't hard for me, so that's not really why I dropped out. I realized that after the first year, and then we were on break for the summer, and I was dreading going back. I was just like, I'm so tired of school. Like, why did I go back to school? It just wasn't something that I really wanted to do. And I felt like going back, I was just going to be dragging my feet, forcing myself to do something that I did not want to do.
I'm sorry, y'all. My hands are a little ashy. Anyway.
So, yeah, I just felt like, what's the point of going back? I really don't want to go back, but I'm going to go back because, one, I only have 2 semesters left, and then I graduate, and it's not that bad. It'll be over before I know it. So that was how I was feeling going into the school year. I really did not want to go back. My field of study was something that most people don't go to college for. I was getting my graduate degree in music business. And I actually studied music business as an undergrad, but that wasn't my major. My major was business management with a concentration in music business. So after I graduated from getting my bachelor's, I was just like, okay, now what's next? Like, I guess I'll go get my master's. When society kind of puts this stigma on the next steps of your life, when you should get married, when you should have a baby, when you should go to school, like what to do after high school, what to do after you graduate from college, things like that. And I was just like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go get my master's. Like, I'm pretty good at school, and I'm interested in music business. And I literally only applied to one school, no kidding. I was like, if I don't get in, then I'm just not gonna go to grad school. Why I dropped out of grad school with only 2 semesters left. So first of all, I did start my 3rd semester. So like I said, it's 4 semesters. So I did start my 3rd semester. I was going to classes and everything, and I was dreading it. The classes were like the worst that I've had since I've started going to that school. And I just felt like the program pretty much sucked. I know that many of my classmates are probably wondering, like, okay, what happened to Shayla? Like, why did she just stop coming to class? And it was like a decision that was probably one of the hardest decisions I had to make for myself. I just felt like I wasn't so interested in studying music business. You don't have to go to college to get a degree to work in the music industry. But it did seem easier because with the program that I was in, they gave us opportunities to get internships. And I just basically felt like my money was going towards the name of the school and getting an internship. I just felt like I was going to school, I was studying music business, kind of like I was forcing myself to do it, and my interests really changed. Music will always be a part of my life, but I'm not sure that I want to work in the music industry for the rest of my life. Not saying that I will never work in the music industry, because I probably will in some way or another. This school was very expensive, you guys. And I know many people would think, well, you're wasting your money. But regardless of me staying or not, it was a waste of money. Me staying is a waste of money. Me leaving, still I wasted my money in some sort. And I'd rather waste my money. Okay, this probably will be an unpopular opinion, but I'd rather waste my money than waste my time, because I can get my money back in other ways, But you can never, ever get your time back. So I just felt like I was wasting my time. And of course, as you learned in the previous video, that I am pregnant, so that also played a major part in me leaving. So I took a leave of absence for the next semester, but I'm not going back, but that was the best option for me at the moment. And it felt really good to just make a decision for me and do something that I know deep down in my heart that I really wanted to do. So one of the things that made me hesitant in this process was what my friends and my family, especially my family, what they, expected from me. And everyone's like proud of me,
You got into this great school, you're getting your master's, we're so proud, when's your graduation, oh my gosh.
You're getting your master's. It was just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to disappoint my family, And I remember I even spoke to one of my friends about it, and she was just like, you have one semester left. I spoke to a couple of friends about it, actually. And they're like, you have one semester left, just, get through it, and I'm just like, I don't want to live my life just getting through it, like that's just not how I want to live my life. So I made a sound decision not to live my life based on other people's expectations of me. And that's something that I'm still working on today, because people expect so much from you, especially when you're doing great things, when you have these great accomplishments, and they just want to be proud, they, especially your family, grandparents, parents, and things like that. They want to feel like, oh my gosh, this is my granddaughter, this is my daughter, and I'm so proud, look at what she's doing, but it's time that I start living for me and not for other people's expectations. And from now on, that is what I plan to do. And honestly, it feels amazing to finally make a decision for me and not care what anyone else thinks. And I feel like we all have that issue. We care about what people think about what we're gonna do. Oh, why is she doing that? That doesn't make sense. Even if it doesn't make sense to someone else, but it makes sense to you, do it. Like, go for it. Don't do something or don't not do something because other people don't understand it, So that's what I've learned throughout this experience. And I just wanted to share my story with you guys, and hopefully it can be helpful to someone out there. Comment down below if you had similar situations where you've been living for or doing things out of other people's expectations for you, or if you're thinking about dropping out of school or grad school or undergrad. And I'm not encouraging anyone else to do this. This is my own experience, so I'm not saying go ahead and drop out of school, but this is what I decided to do, and I made a decision that made me happy. Thank you guys so much for listening to my story. I hope you learned something, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on my future videos. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.